And that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that.
All right, peeps, welcome. It is another episode of the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. I am your boy, Logan the Machine, aka Old Man Logan. Today you are getting the tag team of myself and this gentleman to my left. No chill with Phil. I know him as Phil. Y'all know him as whatever y'all know him as. I'm gonna pass it off to him and he can do what he do best.
Woo! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, I am Phil Myers Sr., aka Cat Mac, the Great Remote with Phil, the Child Support Slayer, the Voice of Violence, whatever you want to call me. I am him, he is I. We got some special guests in the building. If you are old school wrestling head, you don't say All State Arena, you say Rosemont Horizon.
Thanks.
You feel me? We got a tag team right here that currently holds five. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me wash my mouth out with soap. Peace to the true and living. We have a tag team that currently holds five titles, tag team titles right now. Mm-hmm. The bloodline ain't got shit on them. Just putting that out there.
What's wrong?
They out there with Doom. And I mean Ron Simmons, Butch Reed Doom. They out there with Harlem Heat. They out there with some of the greatest to ever do it. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Stand to your feet. Make some noise for Ghetto Gear Solid. Ghetto Gear Solid, y'all. Yo, thank y'all so much for taking this interview. We appreciate y'all, what y'all doing. How are y'all doing? How y'all doing?
And that's my boy would tell me, I'm the same suit, just reheated, brother.
Yeah, I'm chillaxing, man. I'm in chill mode. I feel good, man. I feel good about chatting with y'all right now, man. It's a blast right now. So
that's a blessing, bro. That's real shit right now.
Man, salute to y'all. If y'all got a drink, if y'all got something, whatever you sipping on, whatever, salute to y'all, man.
Just carrying the tea real quick.
Yes, can't go wrong with the twisted tea, you know?
Shout out to him.
Yes, let's get y'all. I got 1,000,001 questions, but I know we only got y'all for an hour.
All right.
I'm going to ask the obvious question. Did y'all get the Twisted Tea can from the video when Lil Buddy got to talking crazy to my man's in the gas station? And he
right. But what's the trip is, I came up with a concept, years ago. It wasn't really mine, but somebody was just bullshitting about it. And I used to be in a tag team called the Great Drink Connection. Way back then, I was in OVW for like almost 2 years. I was kind of like in between their mid-promotion called the Derby City Wrestling and OVW, which gave us more an opportunity for like more TV time and stuff with that. But, it was cool. But, with that gimmick, we had great drink and then we would drink it and we would power up and just start beating people down and shit. That was, yeah. It's on YouTube, man. You got it. It's on there.
I've seen the video.
Anyway, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, exit great drink, enter Twisted Tea. And then the next show we had, me and this man, This motherfucker bring a can of Twisted Tea. I'm like, you must have seen my goddamn post. I'm like, man, you must, okay, because I sure had the idea of bringing tea to the goddamn show, and I forgot. And he had some tea with him. I'm like, what's the tea for? So I had to question, like, what's the tea for, homie? Like,
get them ideas where it's like, you know, some motherfucker be thinking it, but the motherfucker come up with the action at first. So it's like, motherfucker, I was just thinking, what the hell are you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? So,
man.
All right, so Phil just asked his obvious question. I want to ask an obvious question too, to just kind of get it out of the way, and maybe answer this for new fans, new people that's getting introduced to y'all through this podcast. You know what I'm saying tonight. So, Ghetto Gear Solid. Obviously, y'all some Metal Gear Solid fans here. I'm thinking, you know what I mean. So, explain how y'all came up with that, and you know what I mean. How you decided to say, hey, yo, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna Ghetto Gear Solid this thing, and this is how we're gonna represent ourselves.
Yeah, there's another one of them times where this motherfucker had the idea, you know what I'm saying? We just, we done a couple of shows, you know what I'm saying? I got booked on a couple of shows together and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Nothing, no tag team, didn't really jumped off or anything. I think he was wearing a jacket or a shirt or some shit. It said Ghetto Gear Solid on it. And that day I was just like, bro, if we team, that's the name right there. Ghetto Gear Solid, like right there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that, just kept in the memory bank until, you know what I'm saying, it became a reality and shit. The name go right there. So
yeah,
we always had the name.
Yeah, I came up with a t-shirt, and I wanted an image to mimic the Metal Gear Solid 4 on PS3. And it got a face in front of it with the Ghetto Gear Solid, and with the Metal Gear font. And it says technical explosive action instead of what it say on Metal Gear. It says tactical espionage action. That's what it say, but I flipped it and said technical explosive action. And I didn't realize the acronym was T this whole time until after we started using the T. So, yeah.
And it was definitely so catchy. Like when Phil was telling us, he was like, yo, I got this tag team I want to bring an interview. And he said the name, and the name caught me off. It caught me off guard a little bit because I'm like, yo, like that's catchy as hell, like just off the rip. Like and you know me, I'm one of them fans where I'm like, I watch the people that I like. I watch them from where they start in the indies till they go up, and it's just one of them names. Like I could see it either on an Impact, on the AEW, or on a WWE platform. You know what I'm saying? Or NJPW.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those. I was just like, yo, that name can like ring bells, and it's I'm sure once people see the matches, it's like it sticks with them. So I just had to ask. I was like, yo.
Also that dope Metal Gear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it speaks a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So it is, man. That's a cool, catchy ass name, man.
So I gotta tell y'all, man. I'm the type of person. Hot take as a whole. We the type of people we want to give people their flowers, man. Real talk, because life is short. We all know that. I gotta tell y'all so much. So King Torch and Heathen, the commissioners of On Hill Wrestling, was like, yo, you gotta see this tag team. He had talked y'all up way before the All Heel Wrestling versus WFW crossover show.
Yeah.
He was like, bro, you got to see it. I'm more of a visual person, right? Because let's be real, right? Let's be real. You hear all the time, oh man, my little homie, he rap, he cold. And you hear it and it's like,
Exactly. Right.
or man, yo, you gotta hear my homegirl, she can blow. And yeah, she can blow all right, but you feel what I'm saying?
I definitely.
So everybody, it's the hype for me. Where I'm kind of like, I don't want to get caught up in the hype, right? So, and Torch and Heathen, they're not the little cats. I'm like the Kevin Hart, and they're like The Rock, right? And I remember meeting y'all like, oh shit. And that was before the show even started.
Yeah. I remember.
And I'm like, God, the fuck? Then the bell rang, and I'm like, yo, and I have to tell you, and this is my fault. I do apologize. Because Heathen and Torches folks like, man, check out their YouTube page, check out their Facebook.
Yeah.
And again, I kind of go back to like, yeah, my little homie can rap. Yeah, my little homie can sing. So seeing y'all, I was in awe. I was in complete awe. Like, yo, these boys doing that? They moving like this? They power slamming, they flexing. I need to know, I have to know. Who inspired y'all individually and collectively as a tag team? Who inspired y'all to get into this wrestling thing? Who inspired you?
You go ahead.
All right, me, I want to say, growing up, I was a fan of Sid Vicious, Stone Cold, of course. Like, that's one of my main motherfuckers, like Stone Cold, bro. Like, if motherfuckers ask me, like, there's one motherfucker give me right now, Stone Cold, bro. Like, real shit. Ultimate Warrior, Macho. Believe it or not, I was a big ass, like, when I was a kid, when I was little 1, 2, 3 kid. Bro, the list just goes on and on for me, bro. Like, shit, I can just keep going. Sting, shit. I was a Conan, Rey Mysterio fan. Billy Kidman, Chris Jericho. Go ahead, bro. I'll keep going, bro. Go ahead.
We started off with Sid, though, man. You don't hear people do that. Sid don't get the credit he should, man.
He does not. He don't.
Peace, man.
Sid Vicious was a bastard, bro. I swear.
All right. Peace, guys.
What about you, Lamont? Who inspired you, bro?
What got me really started was I always loved pro wrestling. Grew up watching it. I mean, my grandma and uncles watched it since I was a baby. I don't know what I was watching, but Saturday mornings cartoons wasn't shit. At one point, you know what I'm saying? It didn't start with Saturday morning cartoons to me. It was pro wrestling, and then I watched my Saturday morning cartoon, then so on. Anyway, what really sparked me my teens, it was like the summer of '95, and that's when the NWO first invaded WCW. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Nash, Scar Hall, and then it was crack. It was pro wrestling had got its ups and downs during this time and stuff. Yeah. Around that time it was kind of like between like 93 and 95 was kind of like a roller coaster.
It was rocky.
What sparked it was that NWO shit. You know what I'm saying? Although that's when I was around. Attitudes just started too around that time, I think. So correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, that's what sparked me, man. I mean, after Kevin Nash threw Rey Mysterio against that goddamn trailer, it was a wrap. It was
like a dart.
You know what?
Like a dart.
I was like, damn, dude. And then I started renting some older WCW shit. Just going to video stores that was still having VHS at the time. This is renting any wrestling tape there was. I caught a tape to where I seen the Great Muta debut before he was the Great Muta.
Wow.
This was yeah. A rental tape. This was a rental tape, though. I had to take it back. I was so sad. You know what I'm saying? I tried to convince them to sell it. They would not sell it. I was so disappointed. But anyway,
that's like your local mom video store.
And they knew what they had too. They knew what they had.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what they had.
They had some shit that was Pancrase before Pancrase type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah. So that I mean, after that I was I started searching for wrestling schools and shit, locally and stuff like that. So I ended up at a school. I lived in Green Bay for like a few years, and I went to college up there, and then I was at a comic book shop, and they had a flyer for a wrestling show.
Shout out to the comic book stores, man. Shout out to comic book.
Yeah, anime, comic book shit. I'm in anime and shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm like maybe 19, 20 years old, and I'm like, shit, I like to try it, because I actually did backyard wrestling for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So just to get a feel for it. It wasn't professional, but I came across a few professionals during that time, and then, you know, after that, I had to make a choice, like, shit, I need to learn the real shit. That way I can really get to know more people and really see what the shit is, you know what I'm saying? So I had to fucking, you know, bet on myself. So that's what I did. So at that point, I found a guy who was running All-Star Pro Wrestling at the time. His name was Mike Mercury. There's still All-Star Pro Wrestling under other people, but Mike Mercury no longer running it. And he trained me, and another guy named Eric Hammers trained me. And Eric Hammers, he's like 5'3", $1.25. Mike Mercury at the time was maybe about 200 pounds at the time. And I was a little lighter too. I was about pushing 230, 240-ish, maybe 250. But yeah, I got trained by those two for like maybe 4 months or so, and I around 2000. I debuted in 2000, so yeah, that's how long I've been doing.
So you've been doing this for 22 years.
Yeah. Also, I trained with Ken Anderson at the time. Ken Kennedy, formerly of WWE.
Yeah.
Okay. He was just finishing up when I just started training. So he would come out and just, you know, train just to get, you know, improve and shit like that, like we all would, like, you know, just like any other training camp or basketball practice, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it was when you want to, you know, when you want it and all that stuff, and you know, that's what it was. I mean, at that time it was a whole different territory too. Like the Indies was popping at that time when I started. Like this was in the Indies and shit. And, you know, CM Punk around, you know, all them dudes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those dudes, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't on every show, but, you know, I was on a few shows with them, you know what I'm saying? So I came in around that era of the Indies. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. I think any other questions, please? I'll keep going.
Hey, but bro, like, yo, that's what it's about, man, because and my bad, Logan, I didn't mean to cut you off. You good. That explains so much, right? With everything that y'all just said, you understand the meshing of the in-ring ability. But because here's the thing. You see people that study professional wrestling, and then you see people that study professional wrestling. Mm-hmm. It's a big difference. Right. It's a huge difference. Right. And it's kind of one of them things to where it's like, you guys aren't just the typical big guys. And ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. We're all sitting down, so we all look whatever. These some big boys. I promise you, these some big boys. I was at the bar like, hi, like I kind of looked up. I stood up on the legs of the bar stool, so I didn't feel so sure.
I feel like my shit grew this way instead of this way.
No. But what I'm saying is, y'all don't wrestle the typical big guy style or the typical muscle bound. Y'all are fluid. Y'all are fluid. You see the Samoa Joes that are fluid. You see the Kevin Owens that are fluid. Y'all are fluid. So when you sit and say like, man, like 1, 2, 3 Kid inspired me. I watched tapes of Great Muta before he was Great Muta. This, that, so on and so forth. It makes sense because y'all incorporate that in y'all matches. Because I've seen the YouTube work. I've seen you take on the haters. And the haters by no means is a squash tag team. the haters by no means are just kind of like, let's put some local guys in. No. So to see y'all wrestle the way y'all wrestle, fight the way y'all fight, slam, fly, everything else, yo, you guys are true students of the game in my book. I just got to put that out there.
Thank you, bro.
I just got to put that out there. Real talk. My bad, Logan. My bad. I had to get that out there, bro.
I didn't
take my Tourette's medication, so I'm going to shut up. Go ahead.
I just keep my ears open and try to stay humble best way I can. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the older, you know, all the veterans that been in this game for years, they'll tell you some shit. They ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So they'll tell you some real shit, and that's what I appreciate with with the old school cats that been around longer than I have. You know what I'm saying? So even the teachers out there that's still doing it. So much love to all the teachers that's even making comebacks in teaching. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a business, but still, you know, it's if you put time into it, man, it's hard to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
it's I feel like I want to give back somehow or way, but I don't know how yet. But you know, I'll make it happen somewhere. How, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, go ahead. I ain't gonna cut y'all off. Go ahead.
Oh, you good. So look, when Phil told me we were gonna interview a tag team, I got to thinking, and one of the I think arguably one of the biggest tag team matches ever was the TLC match. You had the Dudleys, you had Edge and Christian, and you had the Hardys. So if we putting Ghetto Get Solid there in a TLC match, you could pick any two opponents you want. Who would those two opponents be?
Shit, let's be us. Shit. That's a tough ass question because that's a lot of damn tag teams. Yeah.
So many tag teams out there. So
are we gonna go on indie ones or we gonna go like on
large?
Whatever.
You know what? Let's do both, because let's do some on the indie, because I'm sure y'all got some guys on the indies y'all done had some clinics with, and you know, some guys that you would like to work with, you know what I'm saying, in the current, in the future, whatever, you know what I mean? Or we can go get in the time machine and, you know, we could talk about teams from the Attitude Era, or we can talk about teams from WCW, you know, whichever y'all think y'all could have a great table, ladders, and chairs match with. Who would those two be against y'all?
Since I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna go indies and then I'm gonna go on the upper scale. You know, like if I was, you know, hypothetically on that level, or whatever.
Okay.
Indies right now. Let's see. Us. We've been having the thing with Country Air lately, so you can go ahead and throw them in there, and throw in Caribbean Arrogance. You know what I'm saying? Because those are who we've been working with like locally in the area lately. So,
yeah.
I have to agree with that one.
Then on the higher, like on the upper scale or whatever, us. Gotta go with Attitude Era, like around the Hardys or whatever, Team Extreme. And the last team would be RBD and Sabu.
Oh man.
That'd be nuts.
So you want all the smoke.
All the smoke.
What about you, Lamont? I see the wheels turning.
Yeah,
Where you at? Where you at?
I gotta Google some shit to cover this shit. Oh, man. But God damn.
He said, I gotta Google some shit. I could
Get
do.
Who's it? Damn. Damn. That's wild, dude. So many tag teams,
bro.
Logan, you got them stop, bro.
Hey,
you got them stop.
Hey, when we're doing interviews, man, I'm trying to make sure, you know, it's as good as possible. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
GHETTO and GHETTO. GHETTO and GHETTO.
New Japan shit.
Well, it don't have to be a TLC, but if there's some TLC involved, I don't know. Let me see. I mean, if it's yeah, I'll include them. And I like the rare tag teams. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, there's some good tag teams out there, dude. Undisputed Era with Bobby Fish and O'Reilly.
Man.
I met him at the Noah camp back in 09. He a cool cat.
Red Dragon versus Ghetto.
Yeah.
Oh, that is gonna be great.
I like the mix. It's just a style of combat I like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mind the extreme shit. Don't get me wrong. But when you mix that style of combat with the extreme shit, it becomes like a Tony Jaa flick in real life. But you know.
Yeah.
Who else I can add? Who was those brothers? The brothers. Oh, damn, I can't speak their names out.
Young Bucks?
No, not the Young Bucks. Not the Young Bucks. No, the Steiners. Fuck.
Younger, older?
Oh, no. They just went against FTR like a few times, not that long ago.
Dante Martin?
No. They Ring of Honor tag team.
What's their name? I know exactly who you're talking about too. The Briscoes.
Briscoe Brothers.
Briscoe Brothers. Okay, Briscoe Brothers.
Damn, I couldn't speak their name out.
Briscoe.
I could have thought of Jack Briscoe and goddamn.
Yo.
But yeah. I love the Briscoe Brothers, man. And I like their style, man. It's the rough style too. I mean, yeah, that style mixed with mixed martial arts and pro wrestling and that nature with TLC, yes. I'll leave it at that.
Nice.
See, okay, so Logan, I'm gonna ask you because you seen the videos, like I seen the video. Because, bro, when I tell y'all I was fan whoring after that, I was like, oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, watch this video. I ain't even gonna front. I ain't got no shame in it. Because talent is talent. You can't deny in-ring talent. You just cannot. I'm not even gonna go with the obvious. If I had to put y'all in a three-way dance with AEW and WWE, I got Ghetto Gear Solid against the Lucha Bros. Against House of Black.
That's
I gotta do that.
That's lethal right there.
I gotta do that. If we're going WWE,
Right.
I got Ghetto Gear versus the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane, against Arn and Ole Anderson.
Man. Oh, man.
The reason why I say that, again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not smoking a Newport. I ain't even got a vape. If you haven't followed Ghetto Gear Solid, follow Ghetto Gear Solid. You will see like, yo, like, did my man just get up on the top rope like that? Yo, I ain't got no problem fanboying. I ain't got no problem doing it. That's where I'm just like, yo, to me, y'all are that damn good.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Y'all, for y'all to be five-time currently tag team champion holders and 5 different companies, stop playing, bro. Stop playing, bro.
That's what
It's easy to find people. I literally put Ghetto on YouTube because I was getting ready to search him, and it finished it for me. Legit.
Oh man.
It said I put ghetto and it said ghetto get solid. It finished it. I was like, wow. I said, okay.
So Logan, who you going with? Who you going with?
Yeah, what you got?
Who you putting them up against?
Man, I really like that AEW pick you had with the House of Black and Ray Phoenix and what's my man's name?
Penta.
Penta. Really like that one.
Fans of both.
Me now, I'm more of a WWE guy when it comes to those two. When it comes to AEW or WWE, so I definitely, and that's kind of why I asked the TLC question, because I was like, yo, I would really like to see them against the Dudleys to do an old school team, or for a current team. It's like Phil said that y'all fluid, so it's like you can kind of put y'all up against anybody, and you're gonna come up with something solid. But why not say the current tag team champions over there in WWE, the Usos?
Yeah, why not?
They gonna be six. They gonna be six.
Action like.
That's why we got 5, so we call it 7 belts. You know what I'm saying? We take both of their shits. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit, bro.
We call 7 of them. Fuck it.
Undisputed.
Talk your shit, bro.
It's not Dragon Ball, but we'll take 7.
Yeah. Lucky number 7, some shit like that. Yeah.
And that's also like an unwritten, like unspoken agreement, like comics, anime, and wrestling. They just all kind of do this, Like you took it
and
back.
The Bible.
You took me back when he said that he saw the information in the comic book store, because I was one of those kids. I also used to go to the comic book store after school or whatever, and you could legit go there, and they had all of that. They would have WWE magazine, WCW magazine, wrestling. What's Wrestling Illustrated? They would have those in there. You know what I mean? As well as the comics and shit. And I was just like, wow, like it's kind of never been spoken on, but it's there. Like you can really kind of see it in a lot of like Ring of Honor and AEW now, where a lot of the women and the guys, they kind of cosplay. They have like their ring gear inspired by their favorite characters and stuff. And that's just pretty cool, man, to see that.
Actually, look at that. They be killing it with that shit, man.
Definitely.
They be killing it with that. They did the Scorpion and Sub-Zero one motherfucking time.
They did Dragon Ball. They did the Saiyan outfit.
Oh, that's crazy. That happened, bro.
So, I gotta tell y'all. Y'all came out in the camouflage gear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I swear to God, I felt like I was at a No Limit concert.
Man, take it back.
When y'all came out, I know this was not y'all interest music.
Yeah.
But all I heard was Mystical. I'm not the guy, man. All I heard was make him say,
Oh, that's weird. He gives up.
That's all I heard was to make him say,
You do that there.
I ain't do that. Let me quit for my wife come down here and interrupt this interview. Like, so I'm saying, land it. Like, go make him serious. Cut it out.
Hey, but do you remember that era of that shit, man? Wasn't that shit the best era? That was a cold ass era of music. Motherfucking the South shit.
The mid-90s.
Cash Money. Motherfucking
the mid to late 90s was a dynamic year of music.
It was.
I think all across the board, just the mid 90s, like entertainment as a whole, like thrived. You know what I'm saying? You got great wrestling during that time. You got great video games. You got great movies, great music. Like it's like one of those things where it's like, yo, we will never see nothing like that again.
No.
And to have actually lived in it, it's like, yo, we can definitively say that. Like,
right. But you know what? I feel like we that generation that I still remember back in the day when we were kids and our parents used to say that about their shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't know
Right, yeah.
about this. I tell you, little young fuck.
What you know about this Earth, Wind, and Fire, boy? You wasn't even born yet. Like, let's calm down, Uncle Anthony. Relax. Okay?
Yeah, but I feel like no, we that, but you know what I'm saying? It was though, like man, it was just a good ass time.
I think the mid to late 90s was when we were introduced to a lot of the rule breakers.
I got a feeling early 2000s too. Early 2000s was like I say.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Early.
And it's one of the things, again, I see this in y'all, because if y'all remember, wrestling up until like 94, 95 was this, and it was the good guy and it was the bad guy, and that's that. You got the beautiful this one, and that's that.
Yep.
And then you start seeing the DXs, the NWOs, the four horsemen were always kind of there. And then even they got amped up a little bit, but they got overshadowed by NWO and all that.
You know what? I think
they tried to adapt to it. Sorry,
yeah,
they tried to adapt to it. You know, it wasn't a tip.
I think how it happened was when Stone Cold made history in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And Michael Hayes on the mic, and what Stone Cold was talking, look at Michael Hayes' reaction. Because that shit wasn't even scripted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After that, the Stone Cold Said So video.
Crazy fact about that. Look, crazy fact.
Come
about
on,
that.
I ain't gonna look.
Crazy fact about that. That's my birthday, 3/16.
Whoa!
Awesome.
Whoa!
16, bro.
But yeah, I think since that, you know, Stone Cold like sparked something, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't just Stone Cold. I have to hand it to ECW too. You know what I'm saying? Because what really sparked me to really get into it when I first watched that the first pay-per-view, it was called WrestlePalooza. And
okay.
I think that was a first nationwide pay-per-view or something like that. I'm mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but after that pay-per-view, man, it was like in between the Monday Night Wars, and then that came on. You watched that, then it was like you had to collect yourself, you know, after watching it, because it was like new energy. It was not a dull moment. It was different, you know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
I'm like, what the hell? I mean, this is off the chain. Like
ECW, they definitely got overshadowed because they didn't have, you know what I'm saying, didn't have the money in the production that WWE had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, for shit that they was doing, and they was doing some shit, bro, like real talk. Like ECW was definitely doing some shit.
Yeah, so I guess
real crossing that boundary way before they was, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of, you know what I'm saying, since they don't have the spotlight that we have, we can go ahead and put that shit out there, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers think that, you know what I'm saying? So,
if you know,
great business move amongst them, but you know what I'm saying, at the same time, ECW just don't get the credit that they get sometimes.
Yeah, WWE took from what ECW was doing, and look what happened, you know what I'm saying? So, and then one thing led to another, then that's what it was, and then that's how wrestling just became a thing. You know, well, everything is exposed now, but people are still watching it, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But people, you know, you could die in the fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? Regardless.
They love pro wrestling, bro. Why would you lie their ass off? Don't lie. You dig pro wrestling same like we do. We just afraid to admit the shit.
I'm gonna let you know something. I sat there, you know, at an indie show after my match was done. You know, I sat there and watched the next match, and I'm looking at a few fans. They talking about, oh, it's so fake, this and that and the other. I sat there and watched them for maybe 25 minutes or more. I think they watched the rest of the goddamn show, if you ask me. But it was shit going on. It was a small town, but if you're talking about it, if you don't like it, why you keep watching it then? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey.
So
wrestling is just like porn. Nobody's going to admit that they watch
I'm sitting there like, damn, you don't want me to fucking leave. You sitting there talking about
Hey, Salute to that. Salute to
You
that.
sat here for 45 fucking minutes. Why? I don't. All right, dude.
I'm like, man, this some bullshit. This some bullshit. What the? Now I can't stand this shit, man.
You know what? You know what? And I can tell y'all this. So like me, Logan, the other hot take bros, and they gotta work. They would have been on here tonight with all of us, but they gotta work. They got families, different schedules, and all that.
Oh, dude.
But real talk though, I don't think people really truly understand and accept the fact of how pro wrestling is a part of the pop culture.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When you see Aaron Rodgers going like this, they got that from pro wrestling. You see what I'm saying? When being soccer, being football, baseball, and you hear somebody do like that, they got that from pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you see the chefs beating and the shoulder bobbing, they got that from pro wrestling. Who don't want to be a pro wrestler? Who don't? Who don't want to have that Ric Flair lifestyle?
Right.
Who didn't want to be Booker T back in the day?
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's funny you mentioned porn because y'all remember doing that one time that was like, yo, Booker T, they bought WCW, now Booker T doing porn. Remember that? You remember that? You see what I'm saying? Yo, Booker T, go. Yo, bro. Yo. Everybody knew what. It's funny because, like, the porn industry mocked professional wrestling. Rappers mocked professional wrestlers. You know what I'm saying?
It's all through hip hop.
Exactly. That
All
vibrato.
I haven't heard without a wrestler's name. I haven't. I
Right.
mean,
Thank you.
Right.
Mike got a song called Ric Flair.
Killer Mike got a song called Ric Flair. Yeah.
look,
Ric Flair drippy nigga.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
man, dude.
he got an entire album based off of wrestler's name for his track names. Literally, yeah. So
Hell, John Cena literally bit the entire G-Unit logo. Yeah, remember that? Remember the G-Unit logo? Don't have me go get my G-Unit sneakers. Because I still got a pair of G-Units. I still got a pair. And bro, I told that to bro. I told that to bro at the bar. Just I was like, yeah, I got a pair of G-Units. He's like, bro, if you ever wear that shit around me, I will power slam the fuck out of you, bro. But you wear that shit around me.
Hey, I had a pair of Birdmans too, bro.
Yo, I know y'all brothers is busy, man. But real quick, before we let y'all go, we got a couple more questions for y'all. What's next for Ghetto Gear? What's next? I want, as a avid fan, what's next?
Shit, well, right now, October 1st, we got Marionette. Somewhere around there, right?
yeah, October 1st. Then we got what, October 15th after that.
Man, we got a busy ass October, man. We got a whole bunch of, honestly, we got almost every date, every weekend in October is booked. Yeah, we got, that's for UTL Pro Wrestling. I don't know, man. Let me plug some shit.
Yo,
I know what you mean. About what's next, like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The sky's the limit right now, and I'm just going with the flow, like Bruce Lee say, when you flow like water. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes, sir.
hope for the best. So we gonna send some information out to some companies and see what happened. Other than that, just hope for the best and just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because
real shit, man. Just out here grinding, bro. Like real shit. Like like I said, it's just a blessing, bro. Like me and this dude just been on the road. You know what I'm saying? A little bit over Wisconsin. Just want to expand more. You know what I'm saying? I always said, like, if it get to a point where I can do this and eat off of it, bro, I'll be fine with that, bro. Like, it would be a blessing to me just to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, be honest with you, like, I work regular jobs just like normal people do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a CNA. I'm a nurse on the side. I drive. You know what I'm saying? I do Amazon shit. All kinds of other bullshit. You know, just a regular motherfucker grind just like everybody else. But if it get to a point where I can do professional wrestling, you know what I'm saying, and eat off of that and just live off of it and let the dream just grow off of that, bro, that'd be a blessing to me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is my take on it.
Real talk.
Oh, for sure.
Real talk. Logan, what you got, bro?
Did y'all want to plug any other? I know you say October is full of some
Yeah.
Cool. Plug them joints real quick.
Plug away. Plug away.
All right, we got UTL on October 1st. That's in Marinette. Over at the on Pierce Avenue. I just don't know the name of the building, but you know, that's where we at. We in Marinette. Sure, there's some flyers posted on Facebook for that one. We got Showtime. That's in Chippewa. That would be in Rice Lake. Showtime Professional Wrestling will be out there in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. We got UPW. That'll be in Iron Mountain, Michigan.
Okay.
One of those legal states that I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? We'll be out there for UPW, you know what I'm saying? Collecting some more gold, hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Because we got a shot at some tag team gold out there. Then Below Zero, that's out in North Dakota.
Okay.
Yeah, so yes, like I said, trying to get out here to different states too, man. Like we'll travel, bro. You know what I'm saying? If we get online, talk to us, and let's negotiate something. Let's get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? So we there, and then we also got Frozen Tundra Wrestling. That's in, I don't know, the venue is called River's Edge. I think that's somewhere in Wisconsin. So yeah, we got that going on, and yeah. So that's it. I think we got another one on the 8th too. That's for I think that's in New Bertus, Wisconsin. Battle Tested Wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got that going on. So yeah, man, we got, like I said, we got a pretty busy October, bro.
It's booked and busy over there. That's what's up.
Now December, I don't know. That's in question because I don't know. I don't really fuck with snow like that. Don't get me wrong. We in Wisconsin. No, I don't care. But looking to fill up dates in November. December, January might take a little break, you know, recuperate, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, stay in the gym and all that shit, stay in shape, and then, you know, hopefully pick it back up around February and March.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. This is not my final question, but also put y'all social media out there, YouTube, put all that out there. This way people can follow y'all, rock with y'all, all that.
Yeah, follow Ghetto Get Solid on Facebook, also on Instagram. And we also got Pro Wrestling Tees. Just follow the Solid Gear, Pro Wrestling Tees /Solid Gear. And or just search Ghetto Get Solid on Pro Wrestling Tees. Also, we got another website where we have other merchandise, and it's called solidgear.store. And we got all sorts of like backpacks, hoodies, and all sorts of stuff on there. So phone cases if you want in ghetto gear fashion. Oh yeah, it's there. So
yeah,
okay.
Just Cass Carter, almost everything. Cass Carter, Twitter. I think it's Captain Kush for Snapchat though. Cass Carter for fan page. All that stuff. I mean, you got his individual stuff too if you want to plug that. Yeah,
my Twitter is Rashawn455, and my Instagram is Solid Serpent 455. So
either one of y'all have if y'all got a MySpace, put it out there.
That's been a long ass time.
I just reopened my MySpace a couple weeks ago. Okay, my final question.
Yeah.
My final question. I don't know if Logan got one, if he got one, I'll throw back to him. But this is for both of y'all. The Mount Rushmore of professional wrestlers for y'all. So it's 2 apiece, tag team and singles for both of y'all.
All right, you can give yours first, big brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say the Mount Rushmore I don't have to say too cold for my Mount Rushmore. It's just his style, man. It's just, he can do it all, man. He's like, even Jim Ross called him a mic. He used the Michael Jordan of pro wrestling. That's just, you have to see many of matches to just be convinced. That's just me. But tag team, shit.
And y'all got 4 each. 4 singles, 4 tag teams.
Oh, 4 singles. Oh shit.
Yeah, you get 4 singles, 4 tags.
4 singles, 4 tag teams. So you got 2 cool.
Muda, the great Muda,
Okay.
Owen Hart, and
That 4th man. Yeah.
I like The Rock, dude. The Rock did some shit that I like. I watched a lot of The Rock. You know, the way his style was. He was a big man, did some big man shit, but he was a little different doing it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it wasn't just, you know, his mic skills done, but I thought he was just he's probably one of the smoothest big men his size, you know, besides The Undertaker.
Oh, you got your tag team now.
Okay, yeah, okay. Now your 4 tag team.
Harlem Heat.
Woo.
Damn. Rock and Roll Express, they always like once they get in the ring and man, they go, man. Like, fuck. Like, that's that action, dude. Who else that intrigued me as a tag team growing up?
Got 2 more.
For some odd reason, Power and Glory. And you know, they were like, of course, the heels, but still, it was the way they operated, and made my younger brother cry after them winning, because they were the heels, you know, at the time. Every time they kept going against somebody that was baby faces. I forgot who they kept going against all the time, but they kept feuding with them. And my brother wanted to win so bad. It's the way, oh man, they work. To me, it was like watching FTR. You know, watching Power of Glory remind me, you know, looking at FTR, like shit, it reminded me of Power of Glory in a way, you know, all fundamentals. But that was that 2 or 3? Was that 3?
That was 3. You got 1 more.
1 more.
It burned.
That's crazy, man. There was so many factions that became tag teams, but they weren't true tag teams either. But you know, I'm gonna have to say Wrath and Mortars. I'm gonna put that up there.
Okay.
I know that's rare, but I enjoy watching them, dude. Like Adam Bomb and fucking Chris Kane.
Adam.
Yeah,
man.
Wrath and Mortars. You didn't see them that much on TV, but once they came out there,
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't.
Come on, dude. Those dudes that size too. Yeah, I respect big guys that fucking go. You know,
absolutely.
Like Mike Awesome, fucking Mike Awesome, dude. Every time I see like him and Mike Awesome and Masato Tanaka, you know, what time it is. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's SLC action, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave it at this. I always say pro wrestling is live karate flicks when it come down to it, because when you go to the movies, you could see it on screen, but you never see it rehearsed. Pro wrestling, we do it in front of your face live. That's my analogy. I'm gonna leave it at that. You can go ahead, Cass.
Well,
my singles. I'm gonna go with first. I'm gonna give Ron Simmons his father and shit. I'm gonna have Ron Simmons as a head on there. I'm gonna get him. I put my boy Stone Cold up there. Let him get a head up there. Based off longevity, Undertaker, bro.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
He kept this shit going like for a long period of time, bro. Like, I give him this shit, put him up there. My last head for the singles.
Yeah.
Hang on, give me a second. Give me a minute. I'm gonna give it to the Dragon, bro. I'm gonna give it to Steamboat.
Steamboat.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, I thought he was going with Ultimo Dragon for a second, but Steamboat. Okay.
Almost said it, but I had to hold my tongue.
I was gonna say one Dragon. Steamboat? Yeah. Steamboat? Yeah. Solid.
Tag team. Us. No, just
Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit.
No, but seriously though, I'm gonna throw Legion of Doom there, so I'm gonna throw them up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Steiner Brothers A flowers, man. I'm gonna throw them up there. Harlem Heat, that shit too. Harlem Heat, throw them up there.
Got one more.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hard one, bro. Oh shit. Give me
They're like, shut up, Phil. Let me think.
Give me the Heart Foundation.
Ooh.
Evelyn.
Give me the Heart Foundation. Yeah.
That's fire. Across the board. Ladies and gentlemen, make the noise for Ghetto Gear Solid.
Anthony.
Man, bro, we thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Real talk, man. The current 5 times.
Like I said, man, it's cool to be able to, like, man, like, be able to sit around some brothers. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate all types of press and all that, you know. But man, when it's coming down like being able to do it with some brothers and sit down and do this shit, man. Bro, like real shit. Yeah.
I appreciate.
Thank y'all.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
And man, yo, again, right, dude, look, y'all are current 5 times. Y'all are champions in 5 different companies at the same damn time. Y'all are like Future when Future said, I'm wearing Gucci at the same damn time. See, that's what y'all on. That's what y'all on. Y'all got on Nike, Adidas, Champion, New Balance,
And what
and K-Swiss all at the same damn time. The bloodlines. Hold on. I gotta say it in my Denzel voice. King Kong ain't got shit on them. I know that doesn't sound much like Denzel, but I gotta go there because right, shoe program, 23-hour lockdown. Wait, 23-hour lockdown. No, hell no. To be champions in 5 different companies, man, salute to y'all. Keep grinding, keep hustling, keep banging and playing, because that's literally what y'all do.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, dog.
That's literally what y'all
Couldn't say it any
do.
better. Couldn't say it any better. Definitely.
Hell yeah.
So look, man, we gonna wrap the show up, man. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for getting on Gear Solid. I'm no chill with Phil, the voice of violence. I'm all that. I gotta say this to the ladies. Ladies, please remember, my couch pulls out. I don't. Oh man, Logan, take us away,
Bro.
Never gets old. Never gets old. All right, y'all. That's another episode of the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. We had Gil get solid here. This is the podcast for fans, by fans, and we up out of here. We'll catch y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Come get some of this tea!
The acronym of T is Technical Explosive Action.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
The acronym of T is Technical Explosive Action.
Come get some of this tea!
Thanks for listening to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Hot Take Wrestling Podcast is part of the NMG Podcast Network, a division of NMG Enterprises, LLC. Follow us on Twitter at Wrestling Take. Follow us on Instagram at Hot Take Wrestling. You can listen to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast on any streaming platform of your choice.